have worked really hard and I have finally reached my highest sales in 5 months. Now, I'm not gonna say that it's $1,000, but it's the highest that I have ever received in the 5 months of this year that I have been working on my Etsy shop. So the thing is, I'll be honest, the reason why I opened my Etsy shop because I had believed that, yeah, I can earn $1,000 each month. Yeah, I really believe that. And let me tell you, I have not reached $1,000 yet, but I know I will. But I know it takes a lot of work, and that's why I am, sharing with y'all the progress and the realities of having an Etsy shop and how much work how much work you have to put in. So, pretty much I wanted to open my Etsy shop so I could do my creative side where I create different educational activities for kids. And so, I think there's like a flag. And so I basically create scavenger hunts, bingo games, coloring pages, different educational activities for kids and families to do together. And so, I redid my Etsy shop. I did the whole thing because I've had my Etsy shop for 4 years and I wasn't really working on it consistently, especially consistent sales. So this year I started up. I changed my name. It used to be All I Can Ask Creations. It's now Print and Play Mama. And then I basically changed the look of it and everything. So, I just changed up my Etsy shop. And I just want to make sure that I do it right this time and that I keep on improving. So I'm going to share with you the 3 things that I did differently for the past 5 months and the fact that I've reached my highest sales last month. And so let me show you. This is the amount that I got last month. And to me, that's a big deal because in the beginning of this year I had January and then February and then March and then April, and it just increased bit by bit, and then there's like a little bit of a jump. So to me, those small wins is a big win because I try to be consistent and try to work at my shop and just figure out what is the best way to improve my Etsy shop. So the 3 things that I did differently is posting consistently, not on social media. I feel like for me, posting on social media is something that I do want, that I continue to do, but not all the time. I don't spend my time doing it a lot, just like a few times. So, but what I mean by posting consistently, I post new products because right now I have reached, I think I have 71 products. And I remember when I had started, I had to start all the way down. And I was remembering that I had 30 products and I was thinking, how am I going to get to 100 products? Because really that is my goal. My goal is to post consistently up to 100 listings. And the reason why is because the advice that I get from this YouTuber, Etsy Consultant, and he was mentioning, once you reach 100 listings, you kind of see and you look on the dashboard, views, favorites, and if you notice that they like this certain thing, create more of it. And that's what I have been doing because I've been looking on what people, I've been looking on the product and the views and the favorites, and I've been posting those familiar products, such as the firefighter coloring pages, which is a popular product that I have. I created that 4 years ago, and I'm so very thankful that people are still buying that product. So when I looked at noticing that people are buying that, I had to create something similar to it. And so after that, I did doctor and nurse coloring pages, and somebody already bought it, you know. And then after that, I did a doctor nurse coloring page. So I'm trying to just, you know, go within that theme of community helpers and, you know, doing coloring pages, because those are what people like from my shop. So, and you know, that's what I noticed, that I am, you know, posting new products. And also the second one is, you know, just being observant, seeing the patterns of what my customers like. So, and the third one, I would say being patient. I'm just being patient, because I'm gonna have to be patient. You know, I can't be expecting myself to get like $1,000, you know, within like overnight success, you know. But I know if I keep building more and more with my shop and being patient, you know, my breakthrough is coming. Yes, it is. So it's just like a lot of work, but I know that being patient and taking my time, I think it goes a long way, and it helped me reach my highest sales in 5 months. So, because just creating a product every day and then having it on my Etsy shop is not realistic for me, you know. But the idea of having 100 listings, I can do it. I can create 100 listings. It's just gonna take me a little bit of time. And so I've learned to accept that, and learn to be patient with myself, and especially for my Etsy shop. But what I have learned from reaching my highest sales is that a small win is a big win. The fact that I still have customers, that is a blessing. The fact that I reached over 400 sales, that is also a blessing. You know, there's like so many things that I'm very thankful for that sometimes I don't remind myself of. So, you know, the fact that I have reached my highest sale and it's $48. I mean, $48 to some people is not a lot, but for me, that's a lot, because it's like you bought something that I created from Canva and you liked it, and I know you're going to be using it at your home and for your family. So, you know, that is something that I have to keep reminding myself of, that these people, my customers, are buying my product and they're using it for their family, using it for their kids. And it's a wonderful feeling that I get to do that. So just reminding myself that I have, you know, that I can be able to help people find activities for their kids to do at home. It is truly gonna be it's truly gonna be a consistent motivation for me to keep on going with my Etsy shop. So that being said, you know, having my Etsy shop for 4 years and then starting all over, redoing it for the beginning of this year, 2025, you know, I've learned a lot. You know, being patient with myself and just stop comparing. I think that's another big thing that is really hard to do, is not look at other people's Etsy shop and be like, wow, they reached this many sales and they just started a few years ago. Well, you know, people have different lives, people have different experiences, and I just have to only focus on my own. So until next time, I will share with you my experiences with my Etsy